The freedom to eat, a libertarian defense of Casu Marzu. Governments often restrict personal choices under the guise of public safety, even when those choices do not harm others. One such restriction is the ban on Casu Marzu, a traditional Sardinian cheese that contains live maggots and is considered a delicacy by those who enjoy it. Though some claim the cheese is unsafe, such concerns should not justify government interference in individual dietary decisions. The prohibition of Casu Marzu is an infringement on personal liberty, and individuals should have the right to decide what they eat without state intervention. Banning Casu Marzu assumes that individuals are incapable of making informed choices about their own consumption. The cheese is made through a natural fermentation process, where cheese flies introduce larvae that break down fats, creating a creamy texture and strong flavor. While some argue that the presence of live larvae poses a health risk, no significant evidence suggests that properly prepared Casu Marzu is inherently dangerous. Government restrictions based on hypothetical dangers set a dangerous precedent, as they allow the state to dictate personal dietary choices instead of allowing individuals to assess risks for themselves. If individuals are capable of evaluating their own alcohol intake, eating raw seafood, or consuming unpasteurized dairy, they should also have the freedom to eat Casu Marzu without bureaucratic interference. This cheese has been consumed for generations in Sardinia with minimal reported harm, proving that those who understand its preparation and consumption are not recklessly endangering themselves. Restricting such foods erodes personal responsibility, treating citizens as children incapable of managing their own affairs. A truly free society must allow people to make choices that others might find unappealing or risky, as long as those choices do not harm others. Furthermore, prohibiting Casu Marzu disrupts local economies and cultural traditions, undermining both economic freedom and heritage. The cheese is a deep-rooted part of Sardinian identity, with families and small producers passing down traditional methods for generations. When the government criminalizes its sale, it forces producers to operate in an underground market, limiting their ability to make an honest living. Such bans not only harm the livelihoods of artisans but also deprive consumers of access to a unique cultural product. Restricting local food production under the pretense of safety enables larger, industrialized food companies to dominate the market while small-scale artisans suffer. This kind of regulation favors corporate interests over individual entrepreneurs, violating the free market principles that ensure competition and consumer choice. If a person has the right to purchase factory-processed fast food, which is often far less healthy than traditional artisanal products, they should certainly have the right to buy and eat Casu Marzu. Protecting cultural and economic liberty means rejecting unnecessary regulations that hinder personal choice and voluntary transactions. The ban on Casu Marzu represents a broader issue of state overreach, where the government unjustly interferes with personal freedoms and economic autonomy. Individuals, not bureaucracies, should determine what they consume, just as they do with other personal choices in a free society. A government that polices food preferences today may seek to regulate even more fundamental freedoms tomorrow. Therefore, the ban on Casu Marzu should be lifted, allowing individuals to make their own informed dietary decisions without fear of government interference.